Are we right?
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Does my hair look okay?
Yeah.
My face?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of our podcast, My 3 Chats. I can't believe we're still here.
I know. Third week, we're still going.
Yeah, 3 episodes in. I can't believe I'm still committed to this for someone who starts things and then gets very distracted and then wanders off and does something else.
Yeah.
We're still here.
We're still doing it.
And hello to all our hundreds of subscribers and followers and all the people that have sent us lovely messages. It's great to see you. We are My 3 Cats, a cat sitting business based in Warrington, and my name's Wendy. And this is Eloise.
Hi, I'm Eloise. I'm Wendy's daughter. I'm also a cat sitter for My 3 Cats.
Correct.
And I'm also the social media manager.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you been up to this week, Eloise?
This week I've been looking after my own cat that I have with my dad. He's been away, so I've been looking after her. And I've been doing a lot of work from home, a lot of scheduling of posts for the next week, emailing, sorting out inquiries, stuff like that.
Yes, so you've been away at your dad's this week, so not here.
No, not
so
here.
I've had to fend for myself.
I know. We can't just hop over to each other upstairs in our rooms.
Yeah.
We've got to actually message each other and Zoom call and all that.
So yeah, it turns out that I have a bit of trouble with technology. And so I've been trying to put a newsletter together for about 3 weeks now, maybe, and I still haven't managed to do it. And I need your help.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it together.
Okay. So you might get a newsletter sometime
at some point
in the next few days. But in the meantime, I'll just have to tell you what's happening here.
Yeah.
So you've been away. Away. You've just been not here for the week. Looking after Mavis.
Maybe Mo. Yeah.
I have actually managed to get some work done.
Are you saying I interrupt your work?
Not really. So I've been doing I have actually been busy. I have been very busy.
You have.
I've been busy interviewing cat sitters for our team.
Exciting.
So we've been planning ahead and seeing how busy we were this year. I know that we need a bigger team for next year. So I have been speaking to a few potential new candidates for our team, which has gone really well.
Yeah, really, really well.
Yeah, exciting. That's what we've been up to this week, as well as feeding cats, and our rest of our cat sitters have been feeding their own cats.
They've been doing their
thing. Busy.
Yeah, always busy.
So this week we're going to talk to you about what we do, but also
what we don't offer.
Yes, what we don't do, which is sometimes just as important.
Yeah. So I think even though we do put out there what we do offer, I think some people sometimes presume that we offer certain things. So I think we need to make it clear what we do and what we don't.
Yes.
Just so that people don't stop presuming.
Yes.
And then we have to be like, I'm so sorry, we don't do that.
Yes, very true. So we'll start with what we do offer.
What we do offer, yeah.
Okay, so our standard service is our daily drop-in visits.
Yeah.
So we offer either 1 or 2 drop-in visits per day for our clients. So our clients' cats stay at home in their own home environment, where they're familiar with everything. They've got their same beds, sofas,
same food.
Everything's normal for them, and they don't leave the house. They don't have to go in the car, get in the cat basket. They don't have to leave their familiar sights, smells and sounds. We visit them once or twice if it's twice, we go in the morning and in the evening.
Yeah.
If it's just once, we can go either morning or tea time, or we can do a daytime visit as well.
Yes, we sometimes do them.
So we basically will visit them, and a standard visit would normally last somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that is the majority of the visits that we would generally do. And for the majority of our clients, that is usually sufficient.
Yeah.
And in that time, we would wash all the cat bowls, put out fresh food, fresh water. If they have litter trays, we will scoop the solids.
Or do a full change.
Depending on
state of the litter tray.
If required. And as per the instructions of the owners as well. We will then, and this is where we tailor each visit to the individual cats. If they're young cats, if they're kittens,
and they want to play,
we will play with them, give them some enrichment time, get the toys out, do some running around.
Yeah, let them get some energy out.
Get them running around and use up some of that excess energy. If they're elderly, we will perhaps just give them some company, sit with them on our knees if they want to. Sometimes they might be a little bit, they might need a little check over if they've got some sort of health conditions, or some of our elderly cats have a bit of arthritis and they just need a little bit of just a little extra care and attention. Sometimes we have cats that are quite nervous or anxious. We don't want
much attention.
Those cats can be they're sort of more reserved, and they might be hiding away somewhere upstairs. So for those cats, we would take a little step back.
We give them their space and sort of wait for them to come to us, which majority of the time they do. They sort of get used to us, I guess, our smell and our voices. And I think also a lot of the time, a lot of the cats that we look after associate us with food. And they know that when we're there, it's food time. So a lot of the more nervous ones will come out because they know it's tea time or breakfast.
Yeah, we very much let them do everything on their terms. So if we know that they're anxious or a little bit shy, we'll just sort of quietly put everything that they need, and let them come to us, or let them go to their food in their own time. Other cats are more needy, shall we say. We've got cats that won't let us do anything until we've picked them up and given them a big cuddle. And again, it's all tailored to them. What we find is, because we're a cat only business. We find that our customers really appreciate that we
do only look after cats.
So I hear this quite a lot when I go to meet and greets with new customers, that they've perhaps used a pet sitter previously, but that pet sitter has been primarily a dog-focused pet sitter whose main business is either dog walking or dog sitting or dog boarding, who also
will look after cats,
feed cats as well. But they don't tend to have that specialist cat knowledge. So they'll happily feed cats, and many of them may have cats of their own, or are perfectly comfortable with cats. But they don't necessarily have that cat knowledge bond. And sometimes tend to treat cats a little bit like small dogs, and perhaps treat them in a dog way, if that makes sense. So they might like sort of like how you would with a dog.
You wouldn't act the same.
Whereas
with a cat.
And cats don't behave like dogs. They're a completely different species. They're much more sort of independent and very. They react in a completely different way to dogs. So because we only look after cats, we don't do dogs.
We don't do dogs.
We don't do dogs.
No.
Our clients really seem to appreciate
Yeah.
that because we know how to read cats. So when we go to a meet and greet, we get to know the owner and the cat.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already got that familiarity with the cat when we go, and that sort of allows us to know how the cat is going to react when we get there.
Yeah.
So each new client that we have, the cat sitter that is going to be looking after their cat will go and sort of meet with them.
Yeah. I think it's also important on our side of it. All of our cat sitters are massive cat people.
Yes.
Every single one of them just loves cats as much as we do. And I think the owners can tell that through the messages and through the pictures that we send and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's important for when we try and find new cat sitters.
Yes.
Is that they just love cats.
Yeah. When I'm looking for new cat sitters, it's really important that I find people who have that cat knowledge and cat experience.
Yeah.
And we do have some of our cat sitters have either volunteered or worked at the cat rescue, some of the cat rescue centres. We've got a lady who's a cat groomer. So a lot of them have that sort of experience of working with cats. But not just that, but they've all got their own cats as well. And many of them have grown up with cats.
Yeah, had cats their entire
and had
lives,
that cat hands-on experience.
Yeah.
And you can just see it when I go to a meet and greet with one of my cat sitters. I can just see that they just know cats.
Yeah.
They immediately, the cat is
they react
just
to them,
drawn to them.
Like you say, because cats have so many different personalities. I think the meet and greet is that first impression, sort of first reaction from the cat a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I know when I go to a meet and greet, if a cat is a little bit, you can just see them being a little bit reserved. You sort of let them come to you.
Yeah.
And they sniff your hand a little bit, and then from that they'll either let you stroke them or they'll back away a bit and you leave them be. And you can see when you do go with one of our other cat sitters, you can see them doing it as well.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that
we
are a team that have that sort of love and knowledge.
Yeah.
Cats.
And it's funny, I've never had to tell any of the cat sitters that I can, and they just know to do that, and that's kind of how I know they're a good cat sitter.
Yeah.
Well, they're all good cat sitters, but I know they're cat people because I see that happening.
Sorry for the abrupt stop. We did have a few technical difficulties with the microphones. So if we look different, it's because it's a different day.
Yes. We had to film this bit on a different day. I've actually done a choir concert.
You have.
So if my voice sounds a bit hoarse, that's why.
That's why, yeah.
We were talking about
things that we do offer.
Yes. And then we went on to talk about things we don't offer, but what we didn't realise was
you couldn't hear us at all.
Our microphones stopped working. So we're just gonna talk about that now.
Yeah.
On a whole different day.
2 days later.
Yeah. So things that we don't offer.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd talk about things that we don't offer because we do quite often get asked about certain things and that we don't offer.
Yeah.
The most common thing that I get asked is, and it's generally by people who sort of don't really understand the concept of cats and cat sitting.
Yeah.
Generally people who haven't got cats ask this because generally people with cats get the fact that cats like to stay at home and don't like to move.
Sometimes people that have dogs.
Yes. So the most common thing that I get asked that we don't do is, do you look after people's cats in your own home?
Yeah, boarding.
We don't do that.
No,
very much not.
I think when we are just, I don't know, out and about talking about what we do, people will just say, "Oh, so you just bring them home and they just live with you?"
Yeah, no, don't do that. I think because a lot of dog sitting and dog businesses offer dog boarding.
Yeah.
I think people who don't necessarily have cats think that cats do the same kind of thing, but obviously cats are a very different species to dogs. Dogs love going off on, they like the kind of like a pack, aren't they? They enjoy being with other dogs. They love having like a little adventure with their little doggy friends. Dog boarding, where a dog goes to somebody's house and stays with their dog, and they have little doggy parties and stuff. Works well for dogs. Cats,
they hate that.
No,
it does not work.
Cats don't have cat parties.
No, they want to be left by themselves.
Yes. Oh, so not only. Oh goodness me! Oh my God! It's Reggie.
It's his first appearance on the podcast.
Oh, hello, Reggie. Reggie's our problem child, shall we say? So I'll just quickly, because otherwise we'll never get to the end. This is Reggie, who came to us after we'd started by 3 cats and already had 3 cats.
Yeah, so we now have 4.
So we have my 3 cats and Reggie. He's got lots of little problems and things, and he had a hard life. Yeah, we don't really know what he's had going on in his life, but that was a surprise.
It really was.
He doesn't normally leave the ground, but anyway. So boarding. Yes. So for 2 reasons, our whole sort of mission, purpose is to have as little stress as possible for the cats that we care for, and it's our belief that cats are happier in their own homes, where things are familiar and the same smells and sights and sounds that they're used to.
We don't want to change their routine. We try to stick to it as much as possible, don't we?
So we believe that that is the best place for them to be when you're not around. So we go to them. So we drop in and do their visits. We do 1 or 2 visits a day. For us to bring them away from their home would upset them, stress them out,
and also, I mean, obviously we have cats, but all of our cat sitters also have cats, so it wouldn't be fair on our own cats to do that.
So not only would the cats that we're looking after be upset because they're coming out of their home, our own cats would also be upset because they'd be like,
who is this?
Who is this cat? And it might be a cat from one house and another cat from another house, and so it basically it wouldn't work all round, and it's we don't do that. So we don't do boarding. We don't do
every other day visits.
Every other day visits, correct. Yes, we do sometimes get asked if we'll pop in once every other day, or sometimes once every 3 days. We no longer offer that service if that's the only feed that the cat is getting. We will consider it if
we know that someone else is going in to feed them on those other days.
So if the owner has got, say, a neighbour or somebody else who can do the other opposite visit, and we know that that's happening, then we can consider doing that. The reason for this is only because we've had enough incidents now over the years to know that the unexpected can happen.
We talked about this on the last.
Yes, we did. So things like
cats getting stuck, water bowls being knocked over. Also just household emergencies. I don't know,
the flood.
Things like that can happen.
And things that you just wouldn't expect or think of, like
you can't risk it.
The smoke alarm going off. The batteries in the cat flap running out.
The cat can't get back in.
All sorts of things that you even if you're the most organised person in the world, things that you just wouldn't expect to happen. So it's not worth the risk. So even if an owner sort of says no, they're absolutely fine, they won't need any, they're really self-sufficient, they just have the biscuits in a timer or whatever, for both our peace of mind,
we just won't do it.
I wouldn't want to offer an every other day visit if that was the only times that they were going to get a visit, because the thought of having to go from one day to 48 hours later, if something happens shortly after that first visit,
we won't know about it.
So
2 days
for safety reasons, we don't offer every other day visits. And finally,
overnight visits.
Overnight visits.
I think are quite self-explanatory, really.
Yeah. We don't really get asked for overnight visits. Again, in the same way, it's a similar thing to dogs. Like a lot of dog sitters offer overnight visits, because dogs
like the company.
Dogs are much more sort of dependent on they're human. Whereas although cats are, they don't need that constant level of supervision, unless there's a reason and they're poorly or very tiny kittens. But generally people don't tend to go on holiday if they've got like the tiniest of kittens or very sick,
very ill.
Obviously in exceptional circumstances, it could be different, but in
for the
general,
majority of it, cats are very happy to just go to sleep on a bed by themselves. They don't need someone sat next to them the whole.
Having said that, we do offer, I mean, our normal standard visit is sort of up to half an hour, isn't it? 20 to 30 minutes. But we do offer longer visits. So we'd offer a 45-minute visit, either just if an owner wanted some extra
it's typically for cats that
or we
like a bit more company.
Or we offer, we can do an hour. We do some where we go for an hour. Sometimes that's for young kitten visits, isn't it? For extra playtime.
I think we've got it called as a companion visit. So it really is just to either play with the cat or sit with the cat, because a lot of the time cats will just go to sleep next to you, but it's nice, I think, just to have someone next to them, just to stroke them.
Because cats do and can suffer separation anxiety, similar to dogs. But they don't necessarily need that constant care overnight. And again, we don't really get asked for it. I think I've definitely done one overnight, but only once. And I think a couple of my cat sitters have done overnights, but for one customer. So out of like over 200 and odd customers, it's not something that really sort of is asked. So it's not something we would offer as a standard service. So that's what we don't offer. And the reasons why, really. But we find that our general sort of our standard visits is works well for everybody, and the cats enjoy it and we enjoy it. So works well for everybody. I hope you've enjoyed our latest offering. If you'd like to find out some more about us, our website is www.my3cats.co.uk.
Our Facebook and Instagram are My 3 Cats Warrington, both the same.
Okie dokie. And that's it for this week. Join us next week for episode number 4, where we'll be talking about...
Who knows?
We haven't decided yet. But tune in to find out, because it'll be very exciting. See you next week. Bye!